Welcome to Lexington, Kentucky, the Bluegrass State and home to the Kentucky Wildcats. And Big Blue Nation has turned out, revved up, and ready to go. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a team looking for its first win, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a team looking for its first win, the Kentucky Wildcats. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Jones. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. So South Carolina's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job at confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. He's got the back in the middle. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. So Kentucky's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Hey guys, we talk about how tight ends are a quarterback's best friend. Boy, this guy may take friendship to a whole nother level.
Yeah, it's so nice to have a guy that the size, the athletic ability, and here's why it's always so good. Jesse, what do you want to do, man? Put a linebacker on him, put a safety on him. Nowadays, these guys can win, and it just really makes offense so much easier to run, and it goes pretty smoothly.
Yeah, you're right. This guy is a matchup nightmare. It seems like every week, defensive coordinators go in.
Breaks into the open. Ooh, smashes ahead. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. Down to the 30-yard line where he stopped after a gain of 5, and that will be a first down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Rushes on him. Makes the grab. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
The Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. It's complete on the right side. At midfield, he's got room. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. And the Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll give it to the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
It's really nice to see this offense bounce back. That first possession, man, they go 3 and out. They really, really struggled, and now starting to put a drive together, get their feet a little bit wet. Now you can see they're starting to get pretty comfortable.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Tight end finds a soft spot. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
He's got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. Trying to set up the screen. There he goes. Out across the 30, marked down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Makes the catch. It's Seaton. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. We put 1 in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. First play of the period, 1st down here. Wants to throw on 1st down. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
The Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down, but when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
And what a throw to get it in there, and they've got it in business in the red zone at the 13. They'll go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Right down the boulevard. Now up by 7 points here in the second. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, every game in the SEC so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different. Texas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Austin city limits. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed.
Use the play fake, now to throw.
An SEC clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Leaves it with the running back. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. The option look. He'll pitch it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going, too.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
Man, that's a big mistake. And listen, I'm still going to force feed my playmakers. If I'm that quarterback, I'm that OC, I'm walking over to that guy and be like, listen, it's okay. It's a little bit of a mistake. We're still going to find ways to get you the rock. You're too important to this team not to give you the football.
Got the first down and more. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. He got it on 1st, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd. Now he set him up in 3rd and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got his man. At the 20, he's got space. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he'll finish the ride and the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And he's going to try to return this one. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Kentucky right back to the line. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grab near the marker. It's Seton. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Second down, he'll throw it. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got it in the middle, it's Seton. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Kentucky will be forced to punt. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Makes a catch at the 10. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This has been an impressive 1st half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute, throwing and running the football.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop? Down right now before the half. They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
Got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Going to swing it on 2nd down. He's got his man. Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup. Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. Firing to the right, complete. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Fires to the tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone. And in the closing moments of the 1st half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Kroger Field.
And the Gamecocks will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football ball out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
And the Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Buys a little time with his feet. Turning it on. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Quickly to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Off play action on first down. Looking deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And at this point of the game, you just can't say enough about how good the defense has been covering this guy. Coming into the game, they knew he was the critical factor for this offense with his skill set, but they have really been able to shut him down. They force another incompletion down the field looking his way. To me, that's one of the biggest reasons why they're winning this game.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly. Here we go. On the ground, it's Ball. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
Right down the middle. Touchdown, Kentucky! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they close it to 17-10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Florida is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll be talking about in Gainesville for some time. They're up by 35 over UCF. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. Here's the handoff. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. It's complete to the right. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. They'll leave it with him. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Give to the running back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Finds his tight end. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Right back to him on the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Handoff from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. All by himself. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. They go back to work in the final period of this one. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter steps. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. Takes the handoff. It's ball. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Lost one on that last one. going. It's 2nd and 11.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Grabbed behind the line. It's ball. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Using the quick game. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. The run from the shotgun. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Running back searching for a hole. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives, and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Yeah, and I love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never going to be a cornerback. That's not going to happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated, now I'm going to go attack and make some plays.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Gamecocks will call on their punt team. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Hauls it in. He would love to have picked up the 1st down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
Yeah, that could save the game, because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting that away.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. And the Wildcats with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He finds a soft spot in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the 1st. The Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Seton. Brought down at the gain of 5. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Wants to throw again. That's reeled in. It's Seton. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Back to pass on second down. Got a man in the middle. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. To the air on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Seton. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. And the Wildcats come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
After that incompletion, there is so much pressure now on this quarterback to come up with a big play. They need to score a touchdown. They need to keep this drive alive to have any shot at winning this game. But it all comes down to this play right here.
Makes the grab past the marker. Tremendous awareness to get what he could and get out of bounds. And now the offense trying to score one late. Give to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. And this is the chance for this offense. A first and goal, fourth quarter, trying to tie the game up. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. He was on target with his first kick, and this one ought to be easy from 20 yards away. It's good. Easy call for the refs. That'll cut the lead down to 4, 17-13. Just under 30 seconds left, so they've got a chance if they can get this onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps.